Hi everyone. Tonight I will be teaching you a little something. Unless you already know how to do Kakuro puzzles, then I will be teaching you nothing at all. Otherwise, stay tuned. So, personally, I very much dislike Sudoku puzzles just because of the type of puzzle it is. It is a number puzzle, but you are not required to use the numbers. It might as well be a letter puzzle. It would not have much of an impact. So I really love these Kakuro puzzles because you actually have to use some counting. Other than that, it is mainly reasoning, deductive reasoning, similar to Sudoku, but very different as well. It is going to be a little tricky holding open the book, so I am going to tear out a page off camera real quick. Okay, so I was too lazy to get scissors, so I mangled one page completely, which is a shame because I actually have a very hard time finding these puzzles. They're not popular like Sudoku, so they are not everywhere. Okay, so what do you do? Basically, this looks a lot like a Swedish crossword, but with numbers, and it kind of is. You have to make sure that the numbers you place in the boxes add up to the amount that's pointing at them. So this would have to add up to 3. These would have to add up to 36. These add up to 10. These to 22. These to 9. These to 13, and so on. But the rule is that you can only use the numbers 1 through 9, and you can never have the same numbers in the same row or column. So 10 can never be 5, 5. 14 can never be 7, 7. 8 can never be 4, 4. 12 can never be 6, 6. So that is the one rule. And with that, you can solve one of these completely without guessing at all. Now, you may think, okay, but where do you start? But there are some tricks you pick up quite quickly. Well, 3 can only be 1 and 2, those are the only options. 14 is either 8 and 6, 8 and 6, or 9 and 5. 15 is either 7 and 8, or 9 and 6. If you have to make 36 with 8 boxes, you cannot use a 9 because all the numbers from 1 through 9 add up to 45. So when you have 8 boxes to make a certain amount, you will always know which one of the numbers from 1 through 9 cannot be in there at all. And in the case of 36, that number is 9. In the case of 38, which we have on bottom here, that number is 7. Okay? So, let's start. I've got a level 2 here, which means that you should be able to fill it in completely fairly easily without really having to hurt your brain. You've got a very easy start right here because 16 can only be 7 and 9. Those are the only options because it cannot be 8, 8, and you cannot use the number 10. So 7 and 9. 17 is the highest amount that you can possibly get using 2 numbers. And the numbers are 9 and 8 because 9 and 9 is not allowed, and the next number up from 9 is 10. So if you know that 16 can only be 7 and 9, and 17 can only be 9 and 8, then you know that this is the way they have to be filled in. So since this is level 2, you've got this whole row, which is just 2 numbers the whole time. So since I have this start here, I can fill in this whole row. So I'm just going to do that quickly. So to get 14, this is a 6, and then this is an 8, this is 3, this is 9, this is 3, this is 2, this is 6, this is 9, this is 5. Okay, got it? Okay. Okay, so you may notice some more clanging of the heat in a bit. I filmed the previous video without heat to avoid the noise, but it's really cold. I'm gonna film the next video without heat again, so I needed to do this one with heat so I don't freeze. Okay, so here we've got 22 that we need to get to, and we've got a 5, so we know this needs to be 9 and 8, but we already know that 9, we cannot use a 9 in this row, so this is the 9, this is the 8, 1, 2, okay, so I'm going to jump to the bottom real quick because I already saw. And we can fill this one in because 4 can only be 3 and 1, and because 2 and 2 is impossible. But if we put the 1 here, then this is going to be 4, but we can't do 4, 4 to get 8. So we have to do the 3 there. 3 and 1. 2 and 6. So, remember what I told you about 38? We cannot use a 7 in there. But here, we have to make 3, which is 2 and 1. If you put the 2 in there, then this will be 7, which will get us in trouble. So, 1, 8, 2, that adds up to 10. So we need 5. Right. Okay, so this is all closed up now, and this is all closed up now. So it shouldn't be too hard to finish completely, although I am a little rusty. Okay, so 9, 8, then this is 3, 8, 9, then this is 2. And for now, that's both possible. Let's see what's happening up here. 2, 2, 1, 5, 4, 4, 1, 3, 8, 7. If we do 1, 2, then we have 6, 3. Then we have 3, 2, 3. And we cannot do that. So we know that it's 2, 1, 5, 4, 5, 3, 8, 7. Okay? Did you follow me? Okay, so we need 12 in here, which is going to be 9, 3, or 8, 4. So 9, 3, but that would get us to 9, 3, 8, 3. Can't do that. So it'll be 8, 4, 9, 2. Okay. So all that's left in this one is a 9 and a 3 to get to 38. Do you want to check with me? Let's count. We've got 2 and 8, 10, 4 and 6, 20, 1 and 5, 26. So we still need to add 12, but we cannot do 12 through 5 and 7 because we have a 5 and a 7 is not allowed. 8 and 4 are already in there. 6 and 6 is not allowed. So it's 9 and 3. Okay? You can't do 3 here because we need 13 and you cannot use 10. So this is 9, this is 3, this is 7, this is 4. And that adds up perfectly. So let's just do the same for this corner up top. Okay, so we just need our in that breaks it. Okay, maybe this 14 will be our in, because 14 is either 8 and 6, but we have the 8, 9, 5, but we cannot use 9 in this row. 5, 9, but if we do 5, 9, this will be 4, 5. 2 5s. So it's going to be 6, 8. 6, 8. 5, 4. Okay? we can do work similarly for the 15 because that's either 8, 7, already got an 8, 9, 6, cannot do 9, 6, 9, but we already have the 6, so that leaves 7, 8, 5, 3. So in this row, to get to 36, we just need a 1 and a 5. Let's count. This is 10, 20, 30, and we need to get to 36. We cannot do 4 and 2 because we used those, so it's 1 and 5. We cannot use the 1 here to get to 11, so it's 5, 1, 6, 2, 7, 6, 5. And then we just have to finish up. 3 is 2 and 1. We know that. This cannot be 2 because then this needs to be another 5. So this is a 1, 2, 7, and a 6. And that all adds up. So that is how you fill in one of these Kakuro puzzles. I am just going to make a start with you on this level 3 puzzle so you can kind of see if there's a difference. The level 3s I can usually do without having to make little notes for my options in the margins still. The level 4s I pretty much cannot do without having to like make a little note and follow an option through. So my battery is low, so I'm just going to make a start on this one with you so you can further see what the deal is with these. And when it starts flickering, that's it for this lesson in Kakuro puzzles. Okay, I already spotted them in. Can you see that this is an easy solution here? Okay, so we cannot write 2 in there, so this is 1, 2, 3, 1, 8, 6, 9. Okay, so you've got another row here of 8. We need to add up to 42. So can you tell me which number is not allowed in there? It is a 3. Okay. So 3, 2, 1, 7, 3. Okay. Doesn't help. Oh, there's a super easy start here. Basically this has to be 5 because we have 14 right here and 6, and we cannot go over 6, so the only option here is 5. 5, 9, 1, 8. That does not help us here yet. I'm just going to start here with this easy 16-17 combo that started us in the last one as well. When you get the hang of this, you start seeing all the recurring combinations and you learn a lot of them by heart. For example, if you get 30 with 4 numbers, then you know it's 9, 8, 7, 6. Or 24 with 3 is 9, 8, 7, 15 with 5 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a lot of these you'll start to be able to do without counting much. So that brought us all the way down here. We have another 42 here. Okay, so 6s, 4 and 2, or 5 and 1. We need to use a 4 or a 5 in here because we cannot use less than 4. So that means we have to use a 5 because if we... was it a 5? No, we have to use a 4 because if we use a 5, we get 5, 8, 1, 8. So that means 4, 2, 7, 9. Okay. Does that help us here? Not yet. Oh, but here we have another 16. We have a 9 here. So that means 16, which is always 7 and 9, has to be filled in like so. Meaning we can solve this little square here because it's blocked off. So we have all the information needed. 23 with 3 numbers is always 9, 8, and 6. We have a 7 here, so this cannot be 8, so it has to be 6. Then this is 8, 5, and 1. See? We have 17 left here to fill up with 2 numbers, so we know that it's 9 and 8. Already got a 9 here, so 8, 9, 1, 2, 1, 2, 6, 5. All that's left to fill in here are the numbers 4 and 6. Already got a 4 here, so 6, 4, 3, 1. My battery is flickering, so I cannot take you through the end of this, but it shouldn't take too much longer. If you liked what you saw, these are Kakuro puzzles. Much better than Sudoku. Much, much better. Okay, bye. I hope the heater